What pressures did Booker T. Washington face? Imagine trying to lead a community when every step you take is watched and judged from all sides. Booker T. Washington faced intense pressures from many directions during his life. As a prominent Black American figure in the late 1800s and early 1900s, he had to navigate a world filled with racism, segregation, and violence. Laws like the Supreme Court's 1996 Plessy v. Ferguson decision supported the idea of separate but equal facilities, making it legal to keep Black and white people apart. This meant that Black Americans had fewer rights and opportunities, and Washington knew that demanding equality right away could be dangerous. Most African Americans were poor sharecroppers, stuck in cycles of debt and poverty, which made it hard to focus on civil rights. White supremacy was deeply rooted in society, and many white people refused to accept Black equality. Washington believed that Black people should focus on education and learning skills that could help them earn a living, instead of fighting for immediate social equality. Within the Black community, he faced criticism from activists like W.E.B. Du Bois and groups such as the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. These leaders wanted direct action for civil rights and equal voting rights. They thought Washington's approach of accommodation was too slow and too accepting of segregation. Washington's strategy was called the Atlanta Compromise, where he urged Black Americans to accept segregation temporarily while they improved themselves through education and work. Washington also had to manage relationships with powerful white leaders and philanthropists. He gained influence with presidents like Theodore Roosevelt, which helped him support his work at the Tuskegee Institute. But this also brought backlash. When Washington dined with Roosevelt at the White House, many Southern whites were outraged. They saw it as a challenge to their racial hierarchy and responded with threats and hostility. Washington had to be careful in how he built these alliances to protect himself and his work. Another challenge was how openly to oppose segregation and racial violence. Publicly, Washington promoted patience and gradual progress. But secretly, he supported legal challenges against segregation and helped fund civil rights efforts. He feared that speaking out too loudly might turn away supporters among African Americans and whites who controlled funding and political power. In short, Booker T. Washington faced enormous pressures from the harsh realities of racism and segregation, from critics within his own community, from white political leaders, and from the delicate balance of public and private support. These challenges shaped his approach of focusing on education and economic self-reliance, trying to move forward step by step in a society that was deeply divided and often hostile.